with evidence against anybody. They witness the right of the accused. They witness the legal body who will rest on the prosecution to prevent offense and those cause. And one of the things that we the Penal Act, the 1965 Criminal Procedure Act, the right of an accused person for murder, treason, arson, aggravated burglary, those serious criminal offenses, the right of the accused person to be tried by a juror and a judge. Now, we don't have jurors. Jurors now people we are ordinary people and the citizens we not to lawyers, not to judges, ordinary citizens to commit on facts.
Okay.
Because it is well established in human nature and even sociology will tell you that you don't need law for know what is logical and what is good or bad. The law is the reader normal for like help to understand say this society no want and this society want. So therefore, be fair and just under the circumstances for like people beyond reasonable doubt, they do have.
Right. So, but people make references to big cases, especially cases around treason, outside the jury they return a verdict of guilt, where over time it shows say then verdicts and then one day we informed by.
My take on this is the argument, look sound in the sense that you just talk about people that will commit treason when they are less than treason cases in this country are far few because they are people that murder, aggravated burglary, and arson, for instance. And if they say because these people get the potential for bribe the jurors, they say they were then or the government will able to influence they were for getting a conviction. They say no, they were then because of that they pull the law. That argument is no sound. And of course, if you go to the people employees, the judge make 13 down for just bribe one judge. So it's easier for bribe one judge if the corruption is the argument than for go bribe 30 people there and get a conviction. So the argument about that corruption is the justification for removing the trial. You know what both socially the evidence, I don't have opportunity for you to get evidence, the procedure how they obtain the evidence, the procedure how they leak the evidence, the procedure how they present the evidence before the court. And I don't get opportunity for address jurors and say, listen, this story we then come to people so when I say and we the collectors they argue before and all we know if the evidence, the witness they testify before I don't look in them, with the evidence they go inside, the evidence that they obtain correctly and they place them before the court. If you believe the evidence, yeah, if you not believe the evidence, then the person go out. But criminal justice system, why if you pull the jury system, they argue fervently, custodial sentence, send and go prison for many, many years before the removal of the death penalty. It's a hang and to death. He left his family, he left all with him potential to achieve in life. And very serious affair.
Where they in conflict with the law, and you don't also witness how. So now you hear about a decision, by the Attorney General, the way more archaic than the jury system. So also you doing the argument of removal, no removal of the juror trial.
The thing is simple. As an activist, we always talk about participation. The more the merrier. It's about, the judge for some kind of accountable to celebrating larger loss. I think, imagine, would they get treason, people in where they stand treason, now once in a blue moon. So a whole generation would retain a person. They get any witness live about somebody that accused of treason. And then people are so, now the creme de la creme of society, we will afford a truckload of lawyers if not for defendant. So, for me, this is where our advocacy starts from. Unfortunately, I feel disappointed by the parliamentary who represent me. Whether it be for own loss, by saying no, stand alone, say, me, I'm not for be part of history that I will pass this law. It will have been because at the end of the day, we'll say that the majority, but I before not say, me, parliamentary representative must stand for this thing. It's simple as 4 days ago, they released somebody in America, one lady, where don't they in a prison for over 30 years. They release her. Now the government of New York, the time for talk now say, well, then we'll see what they're supposed to do, then stuff like this. So they talk about miscarriage of justice. Imagine you don't go 10, 15, 20 years in prison. Only for letting them not say yes. Something in the way faulty. There was no due diligence with regards to how they are adjudicating and convict victim on. So for me, it starts now, and I hope the one they will listen will listen. They left now. Well, we still get to the president where we supposed for listening to it, and I believe they will listen to the extent that yes, they will correct the wrongs of the parliament of waiting parliament already. They not sign them at all, at all, at all. Imagine the proponents of the way they pull this thing, they let the judge dinner alone. They get a very difficult argument. Very, in fact, the more they argue for justify them, the more difficult it is. I don't really understand how the Attorney General able forget a way for even present this thing to Parliament and Parliament counting answer. But given that we already go through the stages, then they. I'm not even one for bother for look at because I just don't download and slow. I don't have video talk. I download the 1964 Public Order Act. I will go through them stage by stage. Ingo come back and tell you exactly the background of why we forget them people and they. But as it is, as a human rights lawyer, I believe say we all day into this. In don't make the clarion call. We supposed for join now and mobilize more voices so that the president not get for sign now. But for true, SAB, me not to fan of fan. I want to stay like I did before. Then go do some adjustments then, given the time. Because from 1965 to date, now plenty years that one day. But for say, now that one day, now one of the key, now make it bring a lot of debate. That's not my opinion. And I believe say I stand with that.
All right. Emilia, is then a human rights person, and these arguments about investing, um, you know, the determinants of guilty or not guilty on people really in conflict with the law, especially on serious matter before a judge. And the argument that the more people for participating here, so that when once they return a verdict, now one way will come along with too many questions. What's that you did in this discourse?
Stanley, fortunately for me, in the early days of activism, one of the things they were being loved for doing a court, for monitor a court, now one of the things they were be so much get passion on. So frequently, I be in a court, and I be able to know the role of them doing the lecturers and they wait and they do na court. There was one of we get one serious murder case na magistrate na high court na Makenia, where we go and then we begin to forget the jurors then for go back and go sit and come and determine what will be the decision. Me personally then tell them they ask say if they go give them already in a community with the people them way don't commit this crime. The possibility they say in them different homes them go give them something and then they can pass the wrong judgment. But like something when lawyer Jalo say later resonate with me, and then I begin to ask say, okay, now up to the how many? For let the person go around to those people individually, go begin bribe them.
The different
Something
beliefs.
go don't leak with the different beliefs. And the beauty about them now that when they see everybody gets the perspective from which they watch, the angle from which in they look at that particular matter. So at that point, I begin to say, okay, then go able to forget one, then go able to forget two. But for let you go to 3, 4, that news go on leak say, in fact, these accused in relatives or people way close to her, they go around for do them thing and they like rightly say it's more easy for so which all do you expect for now get one person, a judge or a magistrate for take a decision for let them able forget to than forget to 11, 12 people then. So for me, I want for believe say I not see any reason, me personally, I not see any reason why we push and like we all don't say even the reason where they give for the removal of that particular thing, we say some of them cases they often come, but even if they come, not so everybody gets that kind evil mind for go for pass behind some of them cases they. But we get other cases them where a lot of people then in a prison, a lot of people then in a correctional service them. Maybe they're not for not even convict them. So for me, I want to say I continue for say I not get any reason why they remove them. Other aspects then they that the law way maybe they will say okay now for this. But that particular one day having those people for able for sit down together, determine, say, okay, we dey look am from this perspective. And another thing, Stanley, it is possible. One day I talked to one of the juror the waiting court. I say, how una dey Sally, let Sally una be one of them
Yeah.
wey within a court. One day I talked to Sally, I say, Sally, some decision and they una dey go sit down for talk to the judge. How una dey come about am? There was this case where they be follow, where they be need for take decision. He said, Amelia, he said, before I give me opinion, he said, I be fortunate for go close to the area who side the incident happen. I go sit down, they talk with people, they even know I know they drink, but I go get a time with them. He said, I get exactly waiting at the issue from those people. He said, then go come and say, we no more, we no go get mine go na court for go talk this, so we no go get mine do this, so without even them knowing that he was one of them where they na court, when a Jew. So he also the helper forget side of the story with from despite from waiting in the get inside the court where he did it. Because most times when people dey inside the court, maybe waiting you go to talk, the way where they talk and the way where lawyer then they question you. Something and they not to say you want answer self for, but you go answer. And then I court right now we get case and then when you go court the first day where one of the witnesses then go, you know, when the magistrate they talk to her out of fear, out of panic, you don't even know waiting for talk, he's scared. But at some point when he don't come, in next appearance, he was so calm, he was at ease for them able to explain. So we cannot determine standing. Some people their presence na court for able really speak out the truth, even though they go hold the Bible and swear, they hold the Quran, then swear pana. But trust me, from that experience with my late friend Sally make I learn a lot of with how some of them they come for give their opinion into matters. So assuming it not be go now then side and they forget that kind part, it just based on waiting and present to the court, then he could have joined to take the wrong decision or the right decision at that point.
So, Minister, who say they in the debate? Removal, no removal.
Before I answer the question, I want to digress one. When you introduce lawyer Jalo, you don't introduce a way, not a platform. For anything where you meet lawyer, na salon today, when are made in the provinces, and brainchild of lawyer Jalo.
Oh, yeah.
I think for that me, I will ever again looking at I will ever get that immense respect.
Absolutely.
And who said me there in this argument? Me I worry. You see, we dey beat the drum, or this in fact not to the drum. Then yeah, now the foundation for undemocratic means. You know what we think? Call them foolish thinking. Now somebody wake one morning and say, in fact, that case where that guy be free by Juro, the wrong day, we make the wrong mistake. Let we now go back into the law, right? Put and there for make it difficult for any other person in a prison jail. Let some of the people, especially the last one, hearing me call them foolish thinking. Somebody believes that particular guy they should have brought in jail. Right?
You make reference to Paulo Conte?
Well, call and say na foolish thinking. We believe
Nobody will question your opinion. Just
okay, we believe well, Paulo for don't go jail. Or na the Juro, the Juros then are them free. Because if look, when you read the history of the judiciary in this country, the judiciary from colonial time to date has always been for establishment. Go to colonial time, the role of the judiciary, especially in political cases, where they use the West African Frontier Force, has always not been glorious as a historian. So, I mean, for let 13 Salon people meet up, it's not possible for them meet all of them. Salon hopeless. Everybody is corrupt, but 13 good Sierra Leoneans are not a meet, and corruption depend on 13. We just meet, they must meet one or two good people. Now, most times where Juro then they make a judgment, one or two people they dissent. So me, I know the big President Bill. I they tell and say, President Bill, you are the fountain of justice. You're responsible for the welfare of the citizens of every Sierra Leonean. And no one let history remember you. Say, now you bring trial by juror. You see, one thing with law, you go dig a pit. You don't know that go for don't they? Let it not reach a term. When you read the history of Sierra Leone, a lot of laws, especially in the 1960s, the late 1960s, they make a lot of bad law. The absenteeism law. Now one law where Sir Albert be make. And you know that law they catch later? Charles Magai. So let we be careful. This continue we all get up. Right? Arikan, please. In that argument, whoever think of this, I think saying an arrangement in hell, President Bio, they appeal to your conscience. Me welfare dinner. You may not like me, you make this, and you may not like some people, but you get an obligation for give them justice. Not sign this law. And me position on this argument,
You mean
a recipe for
what do you talk about the law? The law itself, when you talk about CPA,
the Criminal Procedures Act. Now you talk about.
So you mean for like because the parliamentarians' the argument is that when they meet with the Attorney General and Minister of Justice, I mean Ella Jara, they say what they been bringing before them now for amend the number of jurors from 12 to 10. But when finally it came out for passage, the trial by juror not again at the new CPA Act, and hence they're not being get the privilege for go over until the passage of the law because they may not get first, second reading where they very clear say not just for amend the number of jurors to reduce them from 12 to 10.
With all respect to Parliament and to then members of Parliament, and they will make that argument. Let me not forget the Parliament and one of the highest institutions of this country. Eh? For let them say, then go don't give them opinion, right? Then go change them. Why didn't they recall it?
Simple.
Eh? Why didn't they recall
Simple.
it? Look, a disappointed in the members of Parliament, the one they are 8. You see, let we all, and I don't, even Parliament now, they don't get time. Nobody, the 8 MPs from Bombali who said me, they never pick that up. They can't, that argument, with all respect to the now watch. Do ya?
So,
I mean, me.
So you they call for let the president now
Let us sign
send the new act. But
no, not to act it, now still a bill.
okay.
Until he signs, it's not an act of Parliament.
Let us sign them.
Yes, now that's what they say.
Law.
Yes.
But many schools have taught this. The juror, the trial by juror, we absent in the new CPA Act. Now just one out of the many goodies where the new act bring. I don't know if
before you go to that, waiting me wrong with the trial by juror, because all the arguments were the it look warm. You know, they stand in any look.
Then talk about
most
the
Commonwealth
jurors being corrupt in most cases
so,
and verdicts.
13 people in corruption, one person in corruption, they come and argue, which is and when you compare now, most countries the way they use the Commonwealth law, still then get trial by juror.
Mr. Ibiki, let me just say
in
something.
In England, they don't pull on. In Nigeria, most of the Commonwealth jurisdiction, they don't pull on. What they make well, I don't know too much about
no, the US are the same, the juror did it.
Yes.
The juror did it.
What is wrong with we? Why would they hate? Why would they beat? Would they make bad law?
In fact, the reason this will make most of the time you get odd number.
And let me tell
instead
you,
of 10,
yes,
you get 11, you get 13, you get 15.
Most people they blame Sheki for being very autocratic. Most of the laws where Sir Albert make, now Sheki I can complete them full plot. Marabio, I appeal to you as a citizen of this country, as a voter of this country, right? Where you promise, you take an oath for protect me welfare, or give me justice, not sign that thing. The argument when they tell you say 13 people, if 13 people corrupt one person, and you believe it or not, one of the most corrupt institutions in this country, now the judiciary. Go to the Truth and Reconciliation Commission report.
Right,
so why are we just giving power? It isn't for letting corrupt one person.
Let us come to Lawyer Jallo because this is an issue I'm going to talk about law. And
we not to zoom back. We not to zoom
many people.
As long as you not to fool my able to understand law. Then just they can use big English and use Latin there. Finish. This is one person for try you and 13 people. Who's why you go prefer?
All right. So I really come back to Lawyer Jallo, and we just look pay attention to just one aspect of the law.
The action,
And they
the
say
menstrual, the
new,
mental
the new law, they say the new law come along with many goodies. Say don't pull PI not again.
preliminary
So case way for go high court, they go high court straight. They begin, people, some people the way they are waiting and high court, they spend years.
Before they get indictments, they don't done the year of service.
If the act bring along many good things, and you just say they ask the president, don't sign up. It also means
before you pull and they come out.
So waiting specifically, is it about not signing the law itself not good, or we talk about law? I mean, we speak to the conscience of, appeal to the conscience of the president. We also provide the listening public with the opportunity, the privilege for know the goodies will come along with this law. You able to talk with that one day, whether the new things that we really good for justice system with this new CPR 2024 bringing along.
Well, the new CPA, procedure CPA 2024 now, it starts in 2015. And one of the arguments that we've been before the former system, the law reform commission, is that the preliminary investigation procedure, the onerous and duplicate, for the same evidence we must be called their dues, the same evidence the high court they go their dues. And but having said that, though, they say okay, in circumstances where that happen, they prolong the process for like you and reach to full-blown trial, and in circumstances vital evidence can be lost, and witnesses will die, so that they don't go testify again. And so what the high court will rely on now the deposition from the magistrate court for process and convict or discharge the accused person. So in that situation, the argument was made that they also become a recipe for miscarriage of justice. So for that reason, the new CPA bill will start from 2015. You get a streamlined procedure whereby it's similar to what is obtained in the UK. You appear first to the magistrate court just for confirming your details, and then from there is adjourned and then committal warrant is okay.
So I mean, now only shortcut, not to complete abandonment of which you obtain in the previous. That is for say in a matter where very serious and felonious offense. Commence the high court, they will begin from the magistrate.
No.
So now you say no short court route, you go for Wode, for collect distance, and then you get the committal to high court. Now that I understand?
Yes. Before, under the preliminary investigation procedure, the prosecution the lead evidence, the defender object, they assume like a adversarial process to go on. But in this case, under the new CPA, they just produce the accused and the magistrate court. The magistrate confirm in details and all the charges, and then sign the committal warrant. So now just appear as remanded in custody or granted bail or then committed to the high court. Make and simple. No witness are called, no evidence is taken. The evidence is now adduced at the high court.
Okay, so
Everybody will get
for
yes, it's good. It's good because
it take the time.
It relieve, it shorten the time of the proceedings. It relieve the parties, then witnesses, victims, and even the court, the magistrate court. But the magistrate court now, in the deal with only summary offenses, so that they will take evidence they convict. Serious matters when are indictable offenses, and they send them straight to the high court. So trial start with the high court. So that's a good thing. That in itself is a good thing because it makes us say who call witness in the domestic court. After that, they will call the same witness in the high court. And then our witness matters the way actually some people they spend so much time in prison just because one, the position not able to bring the witness them. But the witness after they don't testify that the magistrate court, then go back and then remand the person in custody. Community pressures and other things cause them for left the community there. They played out of the community. So by the time the matters in the emerge now in the high court, witness they know they again.
And sometimes the indictment and they take longer time for
Come on.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, until fairly recently, when the judiciary get this innovation now to do prison reviews,
Review,
where they
exactly.
will release most of them people there. So in the past, people they serve the more than the time where they for
With them
serve
suspense,
when they
not
found
with them
guilty.
So any other good idea in this new law? Any other thing they will this new law?
Basically, nothing not change much from the old law, but other than this one.
Then to the
Then to the but then what are the argument now? We most of us they before is that you cannot sort in the man to the gallows. If you take the jury trial off, then you go in front of a single judge, then you are accelerating the man in the process.
all right. So now talk about why we're fearful of the removal of the jury trial. I mean, you don't already begin the argument of corruption, say no whole because if you know able if you able afford for get 13 people forgive verdicts where they're not supposed to give, you make it more simple for approach and get one person for deliver same verdict way now a compromise verdict. So people already listening. Some then get influence. Some they able reach out. The president when the last person now for sign this for let it come law. Why if we will understand the need for keep the jury trial the needs to be at.
Yes, I mean, Stanley, I've been getting opportunity in 1999 for right to miscarriage of justice and evidence when I'm the LLB dissertation. I still get on beginner. One of the things that we have discovered, the argument for jury trial during that research was that, in fact, it emanates from the Magna Carta Act.
Okay.
And the Magna Carta Act is an instrument of not only justice, but an instrument of democracy. The advocates say the people them, anybody, when they say you commit any offense, very serious offense. Now an offense we commit against the community, so that is the community for trial. Not to one person for trial. That not been the jurisprudence in the argument. And then I start to think about it at that time, and I bring a back now in African setting. I can realize, in fact, we have jury trial in the traditional settings. You find out, say, take the local court act.
Beginning from Chief
Yeah.
Barre.
Go to the township.
You get impaneled.
As up to yesterday, I go na Yelisanda with an issue. Immediately I approach the town headman. He called in panel.
Yep.
Never received me without the panel.
The local court.
No.
Jolly.
Yes, the traditional setting. Before the local court is a colonial creature. I'm talking about traditional.
Yes.
Then
Before colonialism.
yes, when they resolve conflicts, they don't resolve it with one man. We
So one man
yourself
take
not
the
get
decision.
that. You understand what I mean? You go back to the section chief. It's the same. You go to the parliament chief. It's the same. So the question
He has a council of elders.
Yes.
And he has a cabinet.
Yes.
In the traditional setting,
Yes.
they all kind
And all disputes are heard and determined by members of the community. And that resonates to me with the principle espoused in the Magna Carta Act, when the British people use and then they inject that into the justice system, which eventually that came to the colonial territories, which one of them will make inherit the jury system. So in other words, the jury system called jury in the English common law system is not an alien from the African traditional systems of dispute resolution and adjudicating matters will affect communities. And that is why we are saying, you don't take it away. You take it away, the courts now become for the ordinary people than just for letting go as accused person. They have no role. You only have to have a role in determining the guilt or innocence of majority of citizens if you are a lawyer or a judge, or you are someone who is working in the court as an administrator of the court systems. What about the fundamental decision for determining who is guilty or not? Because at the end of the day, the offense is committed against the communities.
Okay.
On the victim. The victim is only a witness in a criminal proceeding. Because what is crime is what every society don't classify as abhorrent and therefore punishable by law if you conduct yourself in that kind of manner. And why a serious criminal offense like treason, arson, burglary, and murder, why the people do not forget participation in determining the guilt. Because
it's also part of the healing
So
process.
it's a part of also making the community feel that if you find guilty, if you are found guilty, then it is your peers that found you guilty. Like I said, in my own experience, I have a particular case where it was 100% coxsure. If you are tried by judge alone, that person would have been convicted. And I am 110% sure with the evidence I reviewed, that person was innocent, was stitched up. The jurors picked it up. Under 5 minutes, they take and they can return a verdict of not guilty. The judge froze, but that is what it is.
Yeah.
You're just accused and discharged. You're not getting at your guilty.
All right. So,
And again, one more time for me to stand. The evidence that the judge did hear can completely be different from what happened in the communities.
no one understand
I make
that.
mention of that.
The evidence sometimes that is led before the court, that the court take for measure the element of the offense committed,
Community
and
threshold.
meet the threshold and ascribe unto the accused, can be completely different from what happened actually. So
Case
the
study?
jurors,
Case study.
a lot. I don't call the names in the media
no, you
because,
don't need
because
to
I
call.
owe me client, I owe
Yeah.
me client in a
Yeah,
duty,
sure.
a duty of confidentiality.
Yes.
But I've seen that in and out. And then the jurors, then at one day we people understand the dynamics of the community. They may potentially not even go to the scene like and say so because they're not supposed to do that.
Yes.
If they do that, they're not supposed to base the argument on that.
That.
But they can use that to verify the evidence. Say this evidence will see so of what we understand happened in the community, add up. And therefore, this person no guilty. It can happen.
All right. So, this argument and of keeping the juror, trial by juror in the new CP Act, they don't generate a whole lot of discourse. And the juror trial, history say begin back way back in 1134 by Kineri and England. Most of them. I mean, you talk about them for Sudan and adjudicating land business, and that is still obtained. Even you, like you say, the current justice system, the way you look at them, right from even the one way not to creation of the law, then Barre, then Chief Barre, the chief no the preside over a matter in one grade. You go to the local court when a creation of the law, necessarily get a panel. Who's
They call it court members.
The court members, who say the court members in the Sudan at the IT
Yep, correct.
for
And
let
the
they
court
all
president.
listen to it. And if you want for Branca, even at the magistrates, you get then assessor chiefs, if that's what they call them, and then land matters. Then outside the magistrate, no, they try their matter, they law, they bring them members there, then court members then for can help and for determining case. And I think then at that constitution they forward to the High Court for the serious matter.
Yeah.
But it means the passage of this new act to affect then participation at that level, especially at the local courts and the magistrate court to side in land matters. The magistrate they call other, the constitutive panel of people that we understand about the customary laws for letting and join them in the making determination on cases of land.
No, they don't affect them at all. I mean, for instance, the assessors of those matters now, civil,
Okay.
for the civil and land dispute. The juror, mostly in Sierra Leone,
The criminal.
are criminal. In England, they get jurors for civil matters when on defamation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, but they are more of criminal. Again, Sierra Leone, the jury system right now, before they pull and so, they only related to specific serious matters. Matters where the sentence is either life or life imprisonment or death. But now they don't remove the death penalty, so life imprisonment. So now those matters then criminal offenses and then jurors them for participate. But if they take them out, why would they say jurors don't participate? Because they are so serious that if one person just grab one money, leave the evidence, you understand? You can't convict this person. So they understand the evidence better. So that's the rationale behind the jury system from the perspective of the English common law. Now, for make so see the people that participate, and one of the commentators then when I did the research say, he said trial by jury a foundation for free our constitution from the oppression of the powers.
For depoliticize and
To
such of.
politicize
Exactly.
and to give a community flavor.
Mhm.
And why? The offenses available to them serious. One of them is treason.
Yeah.
And treason mostly can be a charge where they come from the state against the ordinary citizen.
Correct.
You understand?
And the state will use the resources.
Yes.
To the economy.
And the judges now government they appoint.
Yes. So,
Mhm.
And the parents.
yes, so now let's in it. And but having said that, in our own context, like I say, treason because it's frequent in our political landscape, as frequent as murder, aggravated burglary,
Correct.
and acid.
Wounding with intent.
Wounding with intent.
Yeah.
You understand what I mean?
Mhm.
These are common aggravated crimes committed by ordinary folks.
Every other day.
Every other day, every
True.
second, they will
True.
be subjected to legal proceedings in the High
Yes.
Court.
Mhm.
Treason probably if you happen
Once in a
happen
blue
for
moon.
another 10 times. And again, the social and economic power of those who are accused of this offense is very, very bad. So the argument to say they pull them because of bribery and corruption,
Honestly.
no money to bribe anybody.
Mhm.
They are subjected to legal aid support from the legal aid board now, and they represent in a court. And these people don't have money to bribe. So the point I'm making is to give the citizens the right to participate in the judicial proceedings of matters of extreme criminal, serious criminal offenses, so that people feel we are the ones that are going to see us up in court, and we are the ones that are going to decide whether this man is guilty or not, based on how we understand the evidence before the court.
All right. So, the proponents of the removal of Jew make reference to cases of GMT Kaikai, FNNA, say the Jews were bought, and confessions they emerge after the verdicts and the ends. People think say, but again, you talk about, we remove corruption from a single judge being compromised by the powers that be, or by some amount of money. And so it make Ude in the middle of this whole confusion about whether, we keep them or pull them, giving their arguments there. But like Jolo say, now most time we get teased inside. But we'll get murder, we'll get in the keep us every day. Or the other offenses, virtually they happen every other day in their numbers. And now they come once in a blue month. So the justification for within they happen once in a blue month for overshadow within they obtain every day in terms of allowing participation of good citizens in the returning verdicts based on facts and not law, and convictions not for only be based on the evidence adduced. Some evidence is sexed up. Some people they tell you say they forced me for make confession, then bully me for make this statement, and say all of the evidence they before courts. It means in a one way based on facts. Now one way they largely English. So we they wrap up on this topic, but I'll come back to you, Dami. I'll come back to you. You deal with Jalo in argument.
I've not been
You deal with Jalo in argument for law we let the president hold on and send this thing back to Parliament, let them reinstate, and maybe
We can
go to
reduce
the
the number.
or maybe we'll go back to the original agreement of reducing the number of the jurors.
In fact, something the way you talk about the preliminary investigation. For just after the war, I don't spend all my time going to court. And sometimes I can stop for going to court because I can feel helpless. Helpless in the sense, if you're supposed to issue an open, say no with the observation, but you're not allowed to do that. Exactly. So you walk away, you feel bad. The PI, for example, and they arraign you and they tell you say you're not supposed to say anything. Because you know for say whether not true or not true. And remember, the magistrate not get interest simply because not when they determine the matter. Determinant in that he not get the authority for conclude. So therefore, he not get priority, he not get interest. Adjourn. If they deal with the one way they within in power for get rid of maybe if na conviction or acquittal. In this case, you not get interest. And me, I don't dare where the state council, where they call the CLO, customer law officer, go na jail, go ask almost people and then also where they serve jail time. The one where they where then the process for Senate High Court, then pass the one who they serve jail time.
We try.
Yes, yeah, exactly. So,
indictment,
so in that, so you understand. So in that direction, if we don't pull that in the, and what I tell you again, we get upadi there, because most of them criminal cases they begin from the police investigation, and almost 90% of them, or even more, you they sit down, you they see in the process you pose in, you paddy. How do they question? How do they talk to in a police station? So investigators they get directive from somewhere about how for instance they commit you to court. It's a fact. It is the truth. So in my opinion, if we look into all of the only problem I get now for the jury. But to be honest, I think say this thing don't do for let we do some review with regards to what may happen.
You talk about the act.
The act, this 19, where this new one, we don't replace the old one. 1965, where the president supposed for sign on. Let's just go back to parliament and say, no, let us have, he said, but we in Africans, we they live communally. The communality of the African and then continue to justice system. Let us have people who then say, go get and say, look, let's see what Ajalo they tell you. And we have get a lot of stories, a lot of history. Some people will have been, they were not turned to Kaibana prison, if not to because some reason. There was a time, like Ajalo will tell you now, where they allow late Albert Kanu with Moses saying Papa. Then they sit down, they listen to certain cases in a magistrate court. They not be even sit down before magistrate. Simply because then people also, if nothing they will get for root land. Before going up, they go waste the court in time. Go to these people. Let people that this community they know the process is them. Save time for let people know they spend time and money in a court. But eventually they get for sit down and they say everything for behind to the magistrate. Do ya? Major they talk to the president. Let we take the Jew aside and say, let us go back and put the Jew on them back and let the number be odd. Let not be even. I don't know what we get for saying.
All right, Emilia, during last token on this subject matter.
I think, like I rightly say where I start, for me, either way you look at the issue of corruption can play at any point. But you look at the greater perspective, or you look at the greater view, for let you get 13 people, there 11 people, there 9 people, then 7 people, as the case may be. For let you get rid of them all at a time. Compare, forget in touch with one person, then you go say, okay, let me take the lesser evil or whatever you want for say. So for me, based on my experience again, don't they not call the monitor and they say a lot of things the way they happen. The presidents can go back, the MPs they can go back. It's never too late. The president not sign it and say, okay, if we don't want plenty people them for serve as jurors them now the court, let's reduce the number. Like Darami don't say we get, but it could be let it be an odd number, but let's reduce the number. Probably they also no one tell we say maybe whatever that they give to them, it's they will say not free, but maybe even for the sitting or whatever, probably they say and say that a burden to the judicial system or whatever it is, but they can limit the number. We get a reasonable number, but for me, I don't see any reason why we for pull and come out at this point.
But you say you're on way into something. I hope they not go down disappear. If you still get on
Well,
just
the
tell me.
trend is where you see people they use the GMT Kakai and other cases for substantiate the removal. Many go even say, oh, they make law, don't know use revenge. Don't know use revenge. If they cite the GMT Kakai, why don't they use the Palo Bangura case? Palo, what name? Is it Palo?
Conte.
Palo Conte. Why don't they use that case? It's a classic example of where the juror they look somebody and free him. I mean, let we not replace judicial. Let we not replace trial by juror with judicial tyranny. So now we all get out. And when they make law, me go even say instead if they say the people and corrupt, instead of 13, make them 15. Make them 15. So they know if you corrupt 13 people, make them 15. Right? I mean, for replace corruption by the juror and replace them with judicial tyranny, a warning for democracy. So now we all continue knowing the history of the judicial system, and when entries in trials they come. The GMT Kaikai trial, that be 1987. The next one, you know, around the 2000, after that, an Eskoroma.
In fact, the debate.
Like a Jalo tell you, say, more often on their other serious cases, why these ones when are seasonal cases? And because they're high profile, it involve well, an attempt for on the president. I think that you say, this in a way you raise up against the president. So, and then case they come once in a blue moon. In a seasonal case. Why do they come? Because of seasonal thing, the everyday cases were mostly now common people, ordinary man, and know about a particular case where common afalaba. Now, Popo Mami, I mean, Mr. President, I want to use this opportunity again for appeal to you. Conscience. For let history remember you. I don't want let history remember you, say, because after some time, we'll begin to look at a lot of miscarriages in the judicial system. They will say, Nabio, let me sign it. Not a lawyer too, until he signs is no law. So he gets an opportunity for let history remember that at some point, when few people in want for use the state for entrenched judicial tyranny, he say no. That is how I remember him.
Right.
And I will tell that to my grandchildren and great-grandchildren.
Okay, they take Jalo in part in words on this, and we are also trying to make a case to in colleagues, and we, all the views say it's good we have it out of the CPA Act of 2024. Jalo.
Yes, I want to make a personal not to only legal practitioners, but also all civil society organizations and media. I take this as a very serious human rights and a constitutional issue, and make a delegation to His Excellency the President and say, crave your indulgence for the interest of justice and for the majority of Sierra Leoneans who subjected to the serious criminal offenses here within the tribe, let the act go back to Parliament with an order and warrant stated for restore trial by jury. Thank you.
All right, thank you so very much, Lawyer Cherno Benedict Jalo, the first lawyer after the war, So,
and we don't defend me.
And the first person for train upline lawyer.
So, on the camera and on the phone, the camera, the program still gone. And I want to say we move on to the next topic. We can talk about another, discourse. We get to do with one word we in common ado, or one video we discuss all about. Nado regarding one post the way, well, West Illicit Common India, the Sierra Leone People's Party said and don't suspend them to members. So another one called a member, suspended member of the Sierra Leone People's Party,
That's it.
KADIRU'S. We sit down and we sit down in the coming of some people and one for bringing on a play of that video day. The video made the social media one bring that video day it sound to the public later waiting at the exact words before we into the topic. We look at how that one day itself no ideal. I think say we try for we get that one day done. And Emilia will bring with the other one. All right, that the video we make on social media of Kadiru Kaikai, one lead campaigner during the 2023 election for President Bio, and a notable member of the Sierra Leone People's Party. We make them call a reckless statements there on social media about. So, in the first place, that I want to ask you on hearing the content of this video we make we go viral. What think in mind?
And the boss, when say be sitting here, you know what you go through now. I imagine at the worker from McKinney to Kamaranka for go to Guinea Conakry via Sanya. Imagine me the worker from McKinney by foot. Where worker where usually go trade, you get 49 force for CC, person on the can. With even with shadow, you afraid you shadow. Your shadow says where they follow you. They use cutlass for chap shadow. Because of if this guy they go back, they try for rewrite the script of the war. There is nobody way reckless. There is no irresponsible statement that waiting this guy say. Can you imagine? You go tell me Berry, you go to me Berry, you go tell me Osh. For go sympathize with me. You go turn them to even talk say we get a budget. We don't put together $3 million. We don't put a budget together. 3.3 million. Okay, whatever it is. We take them from Ashaka to this place. You know, I said I have believed in human nature. When I already tell you say, if you want for no mortal man, 2 to 1, get access. Either get power or get access to power. This guy don't begin to get access to
The go wings.
yes. So you don't take him for granted.
Because the main would board them.
Namu, that's all.
So
If he say he fly, he will fly. And let me tell you, now, look at the Sierra Leone People's Party do, where we belong to, on whose behalf probably be the talk on. Then don't formally say you are on your own. Go down on your
We
own.
own party, bring peace.
Yes, we party. They say one people, one country. But let me tell you what's happening. Now the double standard into all of this. Now some people they begin to give reference say, why then for old Kadiru? What about Samuel? Let me tell you the difference. I tell them in series of forums. Kadiru and Samuel. I will hold Kadiru a punch and if I mean a violent person, they make better news. But you cannot do the same to Samuel. Samuel gets a political. He gets number of people away the lead. You understand? So in a way, I mean, we all know how.
What did they say Samura say?
No. I'm just these are things that they follow a lot since this thing happened. When they arrest this guy, you understand? I said, this guy, I want to see how far we go. Remember, I just know video with the lawyer. We talk about evidence. This is a video. This one is clear. Mr. Say will try and now. All of you need to just come and face it with. Or listen, we must not allow them kind of people support in our society. It's a fact.
Emilia, what do you talk about this content? We go by, we being make people become so fearful. We make people jittery about a young man. We if he say he don't go up, or you don't go wings and say
You don't arrive.
you don't arrive. Like how them go and say
Yeah.
you don't arrive. Yes, they go public and they threaten the security of the nation state of Sierra Leone, promising for bring war worse than what we don't witness. I wonder how said in the way what they did. But tell me what you think about the content of that viral video of Kadiru.
For me, I see desperation in a very young man. Where I see in video, where I see the video, I see the in pictures the way they go viral. I see desperation in I see the thirst for power. Where for me, it's not only for the APC party, where go oppose them or where they in opposition, but even within Union political party, he's now sending message to even the political party.
Who you belong to?
If una not give me
Flag bearer.
I was
you know, for me, I don't even want to go yet to the external. I don't even want to go to the external yet to the APC for say, okay, APC no go succeed now, even though now they in mention. But the kind of desperation where they in that young man is even telling his political party, even though they don't suspend and they, that even within my political party, if they not give me flag, because that is where it started, for let you become president 2028, not to be 3 years Samura Kamara or be 3 years the APC party. It's among your political party for even take the decision first for give you a flag bearer position. It starts from that. So you are now telling me or telling the country or telling your political party that come with convention. If una not make me, yes, it will begin there before even. Yes, that is what they begin. That even during the convention of the SLPP, if they don't make a flag bearer, you know, they kill. So for me, the desperation, like I say, it is so strong in a way that you don't even care. It care less for the political party. Not to talk of APC now, we go there in opposition, we go oppose them because they will be contesting and any other political party where they come. Again, I see disrespect for even the family where go cry.
Exactly. You tell me, Osh.
You go tell me, Osh, and you begin tell me, but you thirst for power for your political party, and if you listen critically at the background, there were some voices where they tell us, say, hey, focus on the campaign,
sure.
You know, that kind of thing. Where indirectly be they try for tell and say, some of these words they are where they say, not correct. Then you get other people where as desperate as he is, where be they clap for and say, waiting they say it correct, and where I'm sure the people and they overcome the room, where get more zeal for let he begin. They pull the kind words them way they pull now in month. We're really, really sad for this country. And so for me, I want to say Stanley, the SLPP, I'm not going to the APC too. Wait, the SLPP need for watch them back and start begin thinking of make. So when they call within the space of time, say they don't arrest them, they don't can't go to police, that's fine. We are still following up to see what will be next, what will happen next, and then we know. But trust me, Stanley, the SLPP also need for watch them back. They need for begin plan now. Like I say, it not be just one refer to President Madabio. It not be just one refer to the SLPP say, if you not give me flag bearership, I will kill you now. So what you do, technically, it goes straight. If I not become president, where will you become president if they not make you flag bearer? So for me, the SLPP for take this as a direct insult to them. Except otherwise, if Nain they already don't promise say, then they give flag bearership. So if you not succeed, I mean if you succeed at the SLPP, wait can. But again, if even the SLPP don't make that kind of promise, they need for watch themselves for know the kind of man where they want to give. So other people where they make reference to others where don't say similar word. Me, what I don't even care who that person is, but such a statement coming from anybody, it's unfortunate and it's sad. Whether it has come from Samura Kamara, I will say it's unfortunate, it's sad, that should have never been. Absolutely. Whether I don't come up from whosoever in authority, such words where they provoke war, where they provoke violence in this country, is not good. Me, I was a bit young when the work come, but I get the experience. I see me daddy, then put her inside oven. God help that the oven not be heat. If it don't take some days, it not get fire. But even that few minutes where it did it, I can still recall. Not to talk of the struggles where some of we go through for Waka, from here to Kamakwe and other places. Them, you know, you they think you don't even know say mama they, you don't know say papa they, you don't know say sister they. So me sometimes when people they talk about war, people they talk about and this, it's sad. It's sad. A lot of things that they will go do for salvage the situation, this and that. But again, at the end of for say, the SLPP should take this as a direct insult to them and should take this as a direct challenge to them that if una not give KADIRU'S flag bearership, the war will start from them. Because for let come first for be president, they need for get
Yeah,
first.
you need for be a flag.
Yes, you need for be at the flag first before it come.
All right, Janisa, you know, and I'm not sure you don't listen to the content of Kadiru. We don't remove the chief because no chief know the
No. We'll be so reckless.
Be reckless to the extent of making short statements. So we don't get any time and pleasure for make call and chief Kadiru. Kadiru Kaikai in outburst and in boast of having the $3.3 million.
Yes, I don't know my need $3.3.
Say already they say don't get $3.3 for starting war. Now just no big match you go 91. So tell me, I feel having gone through with you and call on at this country, having measured the suffering of the people, for let a foul mouth Kaikai come and say, I will bring with you what's pastor one day.
You know what you avoid in this country? Sycophancy. You know when I hear about KADIRU'S during the election, guess what they say they can't do na Makeni? I get video of where all the big SLPP votes na Makeni, they and say they can unveil the biggest poster na Makeni. I mean that's not sycophancy. They make the boy begin to think say in an important in a material.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, saloon presidency don't so cheap that every jack or Jill go wake and say they for make a president.
Yeah.
You know, you dey expect say the never investigate that thing, it go hey. Salon get two law. One for the SLPP people and one for the common man. What in they not investigate? The parent case, no, they don't investigate, huh? You know, don't free, you know, don't go take him back in walk back. That other guy for them motokade. I mean, look, let's be serious about this country. This country belongs to all of us. You see the guy? When he begin to talk, he don't see if Papa de Pamplana. $3.3 million. Sabi mo sa guy go gin na rabber in there, say 600,000.
It's $100 and two bag dress.
600. Women and tell me say na 600 leon.
No, instead $100.
It's $100 and two bag dress.
What's in $100? $2.3 million. Now can
Beaucoup money
For the ordinary
for
man,
good begging.
Hotel bay now.
So that man get $3.3 million. Me, I mean,
You don't get her for good begging, you get her for war. We want to
and who say want start the war?
Mashaka.
Namashaka. Sometimes just think, is it when they talk to you, think philosophically. Why is Mashaka?
Na but in a day, for interview.
Why not start an event already?
No.
Why they waste time? I mean, Mashaka, who say they go with the war?
Afriton.
Or something at the end of the car.
Afriton.
So, I mean, let we worry.
Honestly,
Let we worry.
it's
For
serious.
let KADIRU'S sit down a public space. He no know who that did it. He just they go flip flop.
Lucy tongue.
And not only that, when the other people they don't talk. The other guy will they say they work now attacking. Because a lot of people within the system, right, don't run more, they don't talk big talk, they don't see nothing happen today. KADIRU'S, nothing will happen today again. Everything they investigate. What did they investigate when the man open mouth on video? He talk. What investigation do you need again?
No evidence, investigation there. I mean,
Okay.
yeah,
So,
Why for even talk out?
This na the drumbeat of war.
Are you just a mouthpiece
Eh?
to a group?
I mean, let we take salon serious.
And use
That
the word.
is when
And when they talk, use the word we.
until now you the
Use the
finish.
word we.
Until now you the funny. Now make us say he is only running a mouth.
Well, now
like
the
when
winner,
small
the winner
pikin
go be
dey
the
talk
subject
about
of
what in Papa the plan.
the winner go be the
Eh?
subject of
Say na how they
investigation.
plant this year.
Yes, they must have made him a sacrificial lamb. Let us sacrifice him because he want to run. Let us sacrifice him. We are
Alright,
watching.
so,
You they watch me. It says nothing serious not get for commodity. Yeah, not too law then I. You na SLPP man, you get to your law. You na common man, you get to your law. So me, I just afraid. If
Alright,
work
so
come, I don't know what thing go.
you don't land.
Yeah, well, me this. I don't think say is this. Now just how I for say.
Alright, so
No wait. I want end this. I want
land.
end this war.
Land.
You know,
Or crash land.
this is a grand plan.
By Uda.
Well, I wouldn't know.
But I'm
They say
supposed to
we.
talk am. And the Lord
No, he used what? We.
Well,
He
now
used
the
we.
subject of
That's the
investigation.
need for
We.
investigation.
Yeah,
Use
now the
we.
subject of
For
investigation.
let them know then they are most.
And left for think philosophical.
Alright,
Okay,
so
right.
See?
we know they talk
So,
philosophy or they talk about facts.
eh,
Now come to you, Dami.
Kadiru Kaikai.
We don't witness.
Me as no video,
We
then the
don't
falaga na
we
makeni. I
don't-
see the video, then the
we
falaga for
don't
cow.
wit-
Na
we
big
don't
month
wit-
boy.
We don't witness the condemnations of this outburst. We don't see the Commission for Peace don't come out with a statement.
Yeah,
to
the
condemn.
SFP
We don't see the
back.
SFP don't come out. We see the Peace Ambassador Steph LJ don't come out with a statement. For some people, they say, given the closeness of this man and the MEC role will be play for President Bill, President Bill for able to come up public and disassociate himself with that statement there. You think say that notion there all water?
Yes, simply because the SLPP not work for President Bill. That's the difference there. So in a way, the president don't come out and go to be
Denounce him.
and denounce and say, that guy, whatever I do, may not be part of that. Because the conspiracy theories and they can take charge now and they try for kind of a look at it.
We're not talking on behalf of President.
No, what are they say?
Now,
Associate.
in
Naibobo, I have to be very honest. I have to be very honest about it. The SLPP then don't come up from it because we get for there is a fine line between the ruling party
Oh,
and the presidency.
nine bobo.
Yeah, Naibobo.
Okay.
That's have to be made clear. You understand?
Okay.
It's the truth.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I mean, I don't get issue that day.
Okay.
Then and also remember back say we don't get a lot of what the one get issue na LJ. LJ not get the moral character for condemn Kadiru. I like.
But you know, advocate war.
Even within the class statement.
Yes.
And given the status
Why?
where government get as
Why?
peace ambassador.
Beautiful. This is exactly the irony here.
Okay, so
You
That
understand?
was
Wait,
dispersed
wait,
now.
Sorry.
Salon
pass.
Which one Georgia with now in past?
You know,
Now na peace ambassador.
hold
na
on,
peace the
hold
page.
on, let me come to something.
Uh-huh.
The reason about
The
One a piece
opposite
is-
of one a piece.
let me okay. The reason why then they appoint somebody, maybe Amijangu, say go face parliament. Why?
Check your background and that kind of stuff. I agree with you.
Exactly my point.
We'll
You
not go back
understand?
to that one.
No,
day.
in
For
serious
the fact
systems.
say-
Mhm.
But this now the president means say they don't check him background. I say okay.
Sure, I mean, and in fact, now we please the
His
president.
background has been checked.
Whatever
Now the
pleases the president,
right?
you know the question,
So,
Okay.
the
And
pleasure,
the capacity
so-
in which he is now, in all of them things the way we don't do them. Now
Now
say,
see.
okay, you are peace ambassadors. Since you don't do them thing and then now you come and promote peace. He's there now, so he has the moral
you know to
authority.
discuss now. I only make
Yes,
careful
he has the
to
moral authority.
institution and individual and
For
we
condemn.
can public for condemn.
Okay. Now let us go back to in the Kadiru. I think I'll go back to LJ. It's simple. It's also possible, say, probably he's going to be challenged of not going back to in history. Say now that I get a responsibility, they can lead responsibly. Probably then they will be
What are the challenger?
no in the challenge itself. Probably then they will be the thinking of the president saying,
commendation I don't see
Yeah.
for in condemnation.
no, beautiful. But honestly, I say I don't want to be taken away from Kadiru in recklessness. We're not going to live with this kind of recklessness.
So
And because war not selective.
That's a big party.
And they call on everybody, just like the poverty and the country. You can't go to the market today,
You say-
they ask you for a political
No
party
way. They
for
don't
the
ask
way
you
they
for
sell
political.
you. If the rest are folios for one green.
Whether the RFP,
Then nobody no care because you always go buy in rest. You buy them for can do business. You know can buy you know buy for can sell give party people. Kadiru in statement, I think it will stand the test of time as one where somebody got carried away. Or if you remember, you use the word we. I avoid for listening to that, for watch that video. You don't can so many times I phone them. I refuse them because it makes me an even more angrier man if English will permit me. But now that we don't decide for kind discussion, so let we one the authorities are supposed to take action and firm action, and they have to be very, very transparent. The guy used the word we, and listen to me, for mobilize $3.3 million, whether he was bluffing, whether he got carried away by the situation, but the guy, admission don't do some background check. He gets a history of being reckless. He gets a history of announcing himself, even inappropriately, and that's what he did. He go tell me bear in Osh. He go get $100. And listen, the intention for giving the money in dollar was also inside your own explanation. But me, knowing waiting what do to win at this country, if I really say somebody like this one when they talk about Bumaru, I said if whoever knew say this thing get for end the way ended, all for them mobilize go Bumaru. Go Nipande. So now they do so now. For me, Kadiru na mi Bumaru. And they treat Kadiru now as somebody who don't just rewrite the script and become the Bumaru. So all of Sierra Leone for mobilize now, go put Kadiru in the right place and end the day. Because that guy, that statement, and I believe say
He was so confident.
I not feel say something.
Not saying passing.
Yeah, listen to me. I said that guy was not
Even when the people were around
Whether
him
they
feel
slam,
a joke,
yeah, he said
he said not
inside
to joke.
minutes.
And minutes.
Mami Jango, that guy was
I'm
not.
serious.
That guy
In
was not
arrogant
driven.
posture.
He not being driven by drunkenness.
No, he not be chat.
Never.
No,
And
no,
then they're not so isolated statement. I want to tell everybody.
Well,
it is not isolated.
so there's a
Now
scripture.
make I say, for me, Kadiru na Bomaru. So if Kadiru is Bomaru, what will be seen will be the follow and they'll say, how able and tamba? How then they back? Can you please tell me? And I don't know what thing I do where able they go to you. Me want no where I not play with anything. I need to smell me hand. Eventually, we all begin to smell with hand them. So Kadiru must be treated as a Bomaru. Why is a Bomaru now? Outside the fire, the first gun.
Okay.
You understand? So this guy don't remind me of Bomaru. So he's the Bomaru. It is going to be a collective effort for Nipa in the board. If he get for go hoot them because he's the word we. That is the subject of investigation. The word we. Where are the other one then? If you may say me, you have been different. I mean, just go to make it clear. He is not referring to the APC. He refer directly to the SLPPC. Either me or you are going to all be killed.
Yeah.
And if they allow Kaduna at that hall, they kill them. It's ready for
They're
that.
not
Because
getting
already $3.3 million.
At the start standing.
Alright,
Yes.
So tell the 1 billion a day they start for
Where will
this.
they talk about a war account for over 50,000 deaths? 50,000 Sierra Leonean deaths.
Then you say go pass.
A war also
You say you
account,
go double her.
account for the destruction of property
Yes.
of this nation state of Sierra Leone.
Backward
You
there.
still get people, the scars of war and still
We still take pride on that.
the scars of wars are still fresh. You're going to have some communities and not able to recover from
30
wasting
days.
the war left with them.
Yes.
And now we get this man. And we commend the police action for swiftly forget Kadiru apprehended. But now they for tap, Emilia.
Certainly not today if for tap. For me, I'm still much interested in the ways. You know, we probably in Kabalwe it gets for organize such. And again I want to say even the party I don't talk and they continue
Oh, you correct.
and they say the party also really need to take this. The press release where they don't pull, I don't see how for disassociate themselves with them and also suspend them. But it's not just enough for suspend them. If for any reason and get for reinstate them back, come to that party and get for watching back. If not to in the party they intend for give flag bearer ship in this country, then I'm certain that the one at this country that they will start where Kadiru they profess, where Kadiru they publicize say he go come. And you already get the money. And the other thing where the guys who are assertive that You know, even they think say no, Usa go pull. So people don't go even ask her Usa they get the money. The money
Who
already
smoke
there.
they do?
You know the money already there.
So
You
then
already
it's
get.
for be subject of
Yes,
investigation.
that kind such money they
Also, the
already
full
there.
3.3
Wait,
million.
so for me the other thing, if people in the suffer in this country as it is, we people can you get such amount of money, then it a keep only for wait for war.
Oh,
You know, for
for
me,
can compound
that's
with
the height
government.
of it. That's the height of it. $3.3
$million.
million dollars. At this, I just dey imagine now the exchange rate na Sierra Leone for like get that kind of money.
2 million.
Yeah, you know, able for give people them out, but they keep them for war. Where if you be say self, I get that kind of money for campaign. You know, for let them give me this power.
Yeah, sure.
Let people
Somebody
give me this
can
power.
understand
There's
that.
somebody can understand them. Trust me, such an amount of money. Even people will go say we are die-hearted APC to God. That guy will
Some
buy
get
them.
tempted.
Yeah, some go become tempted for that kind of amount of money. And say, in fact, I will buy all my delegates them. Na the SLP people give me flag bearer. I will buy, you know, voters then. Now this country, but now for a sponsor work with that kind of money.
All right. So,
Anyway.
EPK, with that expectation now that the police investigate Kadiru on a reckless
Me, I don't expect nothing. I not say not a serious case. Oh, given the history of cases where they don't, I just want to appeal to Ben Kefala if they get conscience.
on waiting
On
on this matter.
wait, wait, now finish. They get $3.3 million.
Yeah.
And provision therefore in the Anti-Corruption Act
Declare-
where
but
they
declare.
unexplained when.
No, this they
and-
was subject to individuals.
They
They are
don't-
public officials. The act not cover you.
If you not get fully employed in this country, the act not generic. Now for every
I'm
Sierra Leonean,
subject for police investigation.
if
So not talk about the police for investigate
me, I
this
not
money where
get,
this man say.
no, me,
today.
I not get confidence in given. Hey, you see, Kadiru Kaikai, me, I still believe in a part of a grand script. There's a script writer. And people are saying an errand boy for Madabio. Me, I don't think so. The president not get nobody will apologize. What in the stake where President Bill get in 2028 for Salo election?
For the time whether they leave the SLPP.
So now you go put 3.38 million, Is that is? Is President Bill interested in war after 91 left as in legacy? No. People they say, the president for apologize. If for nobody.
Nobody
They say, no,
nobody
Nobody say let the president apologize.
For disassociating
Disassociating
himself from
himself.
this man,
Yeah.
given the fact say he been a serve as MEC,
Yeah.
he been a go around, go the
Do you
president-
really thinking that the president was sending him or making just wake no one as
well,
Stanley send me?
at some point nobody because you see
See? You understand? He send me?
party faithful in day with time,
Yeah.
prominent party official in day
I
with time.
tell you, say when he
in the
can
unveiling
Makeni,
of
he
this.
was treated like a
there's
king.
no way. I mean,
Say
if he was I would call it impersonating, then if I don't call him to action,
Call
but
him.
because he is
Call him
clown
out.
and so we
Bruh,
say
he
the
may-
president
he
For the
see,
mere
campaign-
fact
in
that
the country-
he never mentioned the president in
country.
all of his
He-
statements. The president cannot disassociate
No, what did they associate
Me,
him
I not
for?
see any reason.
The last
fact
thing-
that
me, I
the
not sabi am.
party, the fact that the party don't disassociate itself, maybe the government of itself,
Okay.
not
But what he was
specifically
saying, he was
the
not saying it
president.
on behalf of SLP.
Yeah, he was
He
not
was
saying
talking
it
it as an he was saying
Yes.
it as an individual, right?
But the SLPP take action on that. Why?
because
What
it
makes-
belongs to a political party.
Now, so una don't
For which
interfere on
APC,
wetin
for
na
which
the one
he
for
accept like a
IBC.
member of that political
Mm.
party.
So,
It's
me,
rather be not part of SLPP political
Very
I
party.
see-
So the party don't disassociate
I
itself.
see picture na ya where that day all the SLPP big one then Makeni, they say Kaduri can open poster, the biggest poster. I don't even know if na President Senao, but me I don't want let president appeal, but let Kefala ask him who say he pulled
You never know
3.3 million.
whether the whole of the ACC in this.
The ACC now for investigate people for explain well. Not a public official no more.
Public official.
No, not a public officer. If you get some kind of money, where you know them go call you, ask you, where you know they work. Something that TV, not fan. So
The
police,
anti-corruption commission
they
have no
activate
authority
it.
on me. We're not a public officer.
okay, the
None,
police will
absolutely.
police will
Say police for investigate.
police will investigate me.
When they walk, and that the constitution.
No, na me for tell them for do the work. You me talk. Me
That's
not
the expectation.
I not expect anything because Paran they no investigate. I no
We
free.
don't dey
Paran well,
parana.
and then other people.
We don't discuss parana. We dey talk
No,
about
I know they listen. Given the history of investigations or the police in this country, and my bad, no go investigate her. Then tell her for say the case. When I deny, I don't know admire. When I did lady.
I don't sabi me.
Hey,
I'm
not getting interest.
The president is
I'm not getting interest. Or the president's sister.
Mm.
I'm not getting interest. Police the
The
investigator.
fact
I'm not
that
investigator.
within 24 hours,
Police act.
he was
Police
arrested.
then do the work.
Detain.
He was detained.
You sure say it's
And
still
then
there?
paid. Well,
Oh, if
You
I'm
sure it's
not
still
gonna
there?
prove
Now,
now
how
for
about
sure
the
say whether
thing
he
you
did
go
it
check
or
on?
he not did it.
How me go check? I mean, no, this I no get
And
interest.
for me,
I tell you that I no get interest.
that alone I stain that he did such a thing and he was arrested and detained. Whether they don't release her, whether they don't release
Police
her, will not
issue.
get
They
proof to
not.
her.
Police not tell me.
And police
say
not
don't
give
release
you
her.
any.
Me, I not say they don't release her. I not just get interest. They
No.
arrest her, they
We
make her no
believe
get
say-
interest.
we
In fact,
believe say
when I
something
bring this
will
talk,
come
maybe
out
say
of
no,
it.
no talk and no, no talk water.
Why?
Eh?
Now public interest issue.
Very much.
Who said somebody they
They
promise
threaten
And
the
he
state.
already get the money for the war.
Yes.
$3.3 million.
They threaten in political party.
But they
They
don't get
threaten.
$3.3 million, na $100 you go spend. Na serious
No,
person.
na beg you go tell.
Eh?
Not so they want spend him money.
Me get 3
Now
point,
what if they keep him money
You not
for?
tell you say keep him.
You not tell you say
me get
keep him money for
$3.3 million. You know, if you say una all go talk to me like how they talk to me too. Eh? I go to cruise around the world and with the good life and the
Hey,
go left free. That's 3.3 million. You mean if I get 3 point, now this 2 I go work?
No, you want for where? You know,
I
you
go
say not
left
get
free.
money for buy their way better pass. Not deceive the public or the end of the watchery. Na choice, not so.
You visit $3.3 million and a small couple.
Your ability.
Even my weight and standard.
I don't even say na small couple. I make her they say it depend. The man get priority need for that.
But I call money way fever that boy. The money 3.3 million fever Kadiru.
Well, yeah.
Only they glorify it.
So you mean sabi Bailo Barry? In
No,
well,
Bailo Barry are not Sabia. Me and
Yeah,
Bailo
but,
Barry in Piki will go primary school.
so you be measure in
Now,
public.
in
I'm a
public
very
well.
simple man because I've been going to post now.
So don't judge. No,
So you cannot judge a man by
don't judge
looks
the book
now.
by cover.
Bailo Barry in Piki and go ordinary school. They not go
You know
private
when
school.
No,
Kadi
not
will be the
judge,
talk.
not judge.
When Kadi will be the talk, you know even the stomach for the kind money we get.
Not judge.
And they talk the tea with all certainty. It was so anyway. The
So,
man was so sure, was so
Dami,
confident that
I've been calling no
we
say Bailo Barry
virtually-
been get fine girl picking the whole me to go primary school.
I got in the members in the level. Like country, I mean, we try for wrap up this because we sister radio stations and we they join we and I've been telling us say Bintman is better on join.
yes,
the
yes,
list
from
of
Kabbalah.
We want for congratulate Bintumani
so-
and thank them.
all right.
The
So
more player.
let I come to you that I mean we wrap up on this topic.
And I go Kabbalah then to flap at me like a good person. Okay.
You know, if it is. Anyway, it's okay. That's who he is. Sometimes who's on playing the talk, I say, you don't know who he is.
Say not too much of a serious person.
No, that's what I say. I say,
But the way they welcome me at Kabbalah,
All right. So
it's okay.
then when they ask me that thing, they lash me what to make me that doctor.
No, honestly, on a very serious note,
yeah, you carry you. We'll go back
we need for call them out. We need for reining on reckless people. I mean, it's not just, we get a lot of KADIRU'S. You know, KADIRU go too far. Absolutely. I want to be very honest.
Absolutely.
I know we can be reckless, we can get intoxicated with privileges or access to, you know,
Proximity to power.
but to be honest, he got too far. I mean, you will never get away with this. I mean, I don't
We
see
hope
Papa
so.
them. I don't
Hope
see
so.
I don't see Papa them denying Peking because of the graveness of what
When I
he
saw
do.
they don't begin doing now.
Yes, I don't see Papa them do am. I don't also see Papa taking Peking na court and have him jailed because he go too far. I don't see Peking will all touch fire. Say the bond use when Papa sit on there. And he didn't make attempt for Bonham. Then that was the time where the pastor said, okay, if you don't give me signs, but at least this one now enough is enough. And he's in prison. I know the Bobo. You understand? Because the old man simple. He say, listen, if you be born news. Now that the old man say. And what he do, he make sure lock the place. He lock the place. And even they can broke the place, put off the fire. Imagine if nobody had not been there. So for me, I just compare. And listen, I know what this was supposed to do to me. I know. I know how this war left with Mahalaga. I went to Freetown with one vest, set vest up in with Shebang, one short, one shirt. That's how we went to Freetown. In fact, by the time they arrived, the news be not spread, say, the McKinney displaced them, they are coming. Now, I'm man begin to try queen now for go. And I tell you, nothing on the way shameful and disgraceful pass for bigger, bigger. If you get pride, you dey go beg for go beg. You don't meet the person, you sit down. The person actually happen, you dey change the
It's fine
topic.
and difficult for big person.
Bah, Mama, I just
So
can't no more.
explain down there.
Yes, yes.
That's
The
what we are
whole
doing.
world. The whole world. And I mean, it's Kadiru should be brought to book, should be properly investigated. And we all go follow up on it. Listen, hey, the police say we are also victims of the war. Let them not begin to play dummy. Let no political heavyweight, let nobody not tell them waiting for do. If the guy is a threat, as I you don't talk now to state security, it has to be treated as such. I don't know what we get for say.
All right, Emilia.
I continue for say Kadi would not just threaten the APC party, but threaten very political party where come out. Because now then therefore get the flag for carry the party. So he's directly telling us, even in political party, they fail for get flag bearer position, that they the war will start. So the SLPP and the government of Sierra Leone need to take this very, very seriously. If they take them from the angle that no, it's not us, it's APC. Before the man go contest with APC party, the SLPP need for get flag bearership. So for me, I say to them, let this one be treated seriously. We condemn her in the highest level, and to any other person, whether previously or subsequently, where they plan for make such a statement, we condemn her to its entirety and say it is wrong. There is no way we are preaching war in this country. Enough is enough. If we not get him for itself, let we sit down so no more will be ourselves. But let we not get cause for run and get cause for say tomorrow morning then they can't kill me and they can't kill this person.
UPK.
And Kaduru, he get voting ambition, he not good in a democracy. And look, in war, not the only text in the APC, they text in every side. War, not a cherry pick. All of us should be worried. And let the government of Sierra Leone take them very serious. And let President Bio take this case very serious. Because a lot of people, where Sabi Kaduri, they say, na in Bobo, na in the running errand, that na Madabio na in protege. They get to take them very serious and let the police let them take this case serious. Let it not be business as usual. Me, Eunice Kamara, I watch them how then they conclude this case. And so I will take or remember and judge the police forever.
All right, I think now this will get them for inside this edition of the program today. Media Junction will come away through the frequency will be this way. As I've been saying, if you didn't when I do particularly Kabalaton, you get me on the Shalom radio and see what's been to me on the radio. If you did Falaba, you did on Shalom radio, Katbami radio na Tom Kolimba, Colinton na Cambia radio na Bloco. Kentu na Kamakwe and of course Konikena Makali, Mbara. And from we Kabbalah Broadcasting House, back of Flares, McKinney, and so we will say plenty thank you for spare time for this week today. So next week we will bring fresh edition of the program. I want to say plenty thank you to Unisa Patrick Kamara, UPK. Chelno Benedict Jallo, the lawyer we can talk about the duo. By Joe, Ibrahim Darami for the civil society, Emilia Kamara Jengo for the woman in Money, right? And me been there before the program Stanley Bangwaj. In case you miss some parts, don't forget for tuning in tonight at 8 to 10, 5 to 7 in the morning, and Wednesday we will come back with the midweek rebroadcast of the program from 10 to 12. So then I want to say no worry, just be happy. Have a pleasant day. Bye bye.
Thank you.